Hey, what's up guys? My name is Ryan and I want to welcome you guys to the channel. I am starting a new project here, which is going to be me building my house. All of my previous videos have been about a knee injury. It's kind of what motivated me to start making videos on YouTube. Now that I'm mostly recovered from that, I'm still going to be doing some knee injury videos, but I am going to start building a house. It is going to be a giant project. It's probably going to take me a couple, 2 or 3 years because I'm doing most of the work myself, my dad and myself. And from time to time, I'll have some friends coming out. And so I just wanted to document that process. It's going to be, I'll document the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I say I'm about to start building my house, but as you can see, I've got a foundation. I've got a basement wall behind me and some other things. And so a little backstory there. It's actually a process that started a few years ago. I bought my property. It was just a bare piece of land. I'm located in Oregon. I live on a hill. I ended up having to do a bunch of excavation, which I didn't do. I paid someone to do. I had a long driveway put in, had power set up, had a well drilled, had a septic done, had pads cut out for my house and my shop, which I've actually already built my shop. That's, if you've seen any of my previous videos, that is where they've all taken place, is inside. Part of my shop is a gym. And so when I've showed some of my knee rehab and stuff, it's been inside my shop. And so the way that's worked, the process is, I owned the property for a little while before I started. Then once I started doing the excavation, I had my house foundation poured and my shop foundation. Plan was just, boom, I'm going to power through the shop and then I'm going to start building my house. But I ran into a little setback there. Financially, I needed some more money, and then just wasn't really ready to get started as far as having help goes. And then after a certain period of time, then a year ago, I ended up having a knee injury, a pretty bad knee injury, which I've documented in my previous videos. That set me back about another year. And so now that I'm recovered from that, I'm ready to get started. And so this is actually week 1. A lot of this, it kind of started last week, was just getting some issues that I had because everything sat for so long taken care of. And so one of those issues was my concrete slab had some damage from what they call a freeze thaw cycle. So you get water in these minute cracks, freezes, the water expands, and it causes the concrete on top to flake and buckle. And so I had to have a friend of mine who does concrete come in, blast off some of that stuff and come in and resurface it. It doesn't look as good as it did before. My original plan was to have a stained concrete floor on the bottom floor, but that's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to have to put an actual floor over just because it'll cover up the way the actual concrete looks. Also had a pretty bad windstorm at one point, had a drain that sticks up out of from underneath the concrete slab. Actually, the wind had the pipe was sticking up 10 feet because you have to do that for inspection with your plumbing for your drains. And so the wind had pushed that pipe hard enough that it broke, and it broke right down in the slab. And so I had to have my friend cut a hole out of that. I need to go in and repair that in the next day or two, and then we can get some concrete put in there so that we can start putting some walls up. And then the other thing that I'm doing this week before I start framing is I've got these 2 steel columns that are about 23 feet tall. They mount on the foundation, run up through the first floor into the second floor, all the way to the top of the second floor walls. They're really tall. And so I've got to get those mounted on the concrete. That's sort of my big project this week. All right, guys, it's tomorrow, and I was able to get these 2 steel columns standing up and bolted down, and it actually went a little smoother than I expected. I figured it was either going to be really simple or turned into a complete nightmare. Actually wasn't that hard. We got the excavator out, had my nephew come out, so we had a couple of us running these things, and we had some straps, lifted it up, dropped it into place. They just bolt on with bolts, and then you actually set level plumb, I suppose, with bolts. And so I still need to plumb them, but when I do my walls, when I put the first floor walls up, I'm going to go ahead and plumb everything up completely with the walls. Then I'll completely tighten everything down, go in and put the grout that goes underneath them in place, and then we should be all set. If you guys are interested in watching me build my house, watching me struggle, hit the subscribe button, stick around. I'm going to put out some more videos, and hopefully you guys will stick around. Thanks a lot.